What will Netflix's The Witcher be about? When will the audience be able to watch such an anticipated show? Will The Witcher be able to become as popular as Game of Thrones? Hi, my name is Clive, and you're watching Ossa'm Movies. I'll tell you all the details about the most anticipated show of the year. A bit of history. Back in May 2017, we found out about the production of The Witcher, the cult-loved work of Polish writer Andrzej Sapkowski. Back in 2002, the series of books was made into a show, which later turned into a movie. It was quite a failure. That's why I believe you've never heard about this masterpiece, unless you are The Witcher's director or its biggest fan. Even Andrzej Sapkowski refused to comment on this unsuccessful production, explaining that he's a Catholic, and Catholics shouldn't swear. The series of books gained its popularity thanks to the trilogy of games, which was a total success. It has earned tons of money, many awards, and of course, the audience's praise.
The Witcher. Wild Heart.
Oh! What does Sapkowski have to do with it? At first, the author of the book served as a consultant, but then later he admitted that he has nothing to do with the show. In all adaptations, be it the first or the last, I am never involved in its development. From my point of view, the book is the book and adaptation is adaptation. The writer also explained that he is in no way connected to the shooting and will probably never watch it. Absolutely, and it will always be so. Netflix has forgotten to include my personal opinion on the contract, and my personal opinion is that I do not know and will never want to know anything about the production. It seems that Sapkowski and the Netflix bosses encountered unbridgeable differences in their vision of what the show would be like. It's too early to judge how the absence of the book's author influenced the quality of the show, but for what it's worth, the project showrunner, Witcher Hissrich, took to Twitter to share Sapkowski's views on her vision of the story. Mr. Sapkowski liked my take on his books, she wrote. According to the latest news, Sapkowski plans on wasting zero time and is going to write some new books about The Witcher. We will not be surprised if he announces their release right after the show's over, following the example of his colleague, George Martin. When will we see the show? The fans fear they wouldn't see the show until 2020. However, it's been recently revealed that the premiere will occur much earlier than that. Henry Cavill, who plays the main part, said back at the beginning of June that filming had wrapped. So we should be on track for an autumn 2019 premiere. Season 1 of The Witcher has finally come to an end, he wrote. The cast and crew worked tirelessly throughout. Everyone pitched in and brought their A-game to set, and I couldn't be more proud of you all. He added that he had been waking up at 3 a.m. to get transformed into Geralt by his hair and makeup team. We are hoping it'll be worth it, as the first shots of The Witcher with Henry Cavill playing the lead part stirred some mixed feelings. According to most fans, his resemblance with The Witcher they imagine was very little. Some even joked that it was more on an unsuccessful Legolas cosplay than an attempt to look like Geralt. Who's starring? The rumors are that Henry Cavill sort of invited himself to portray Geralt. He previously announced that he'd like to play Geralt as he likes the game, and later proclaimed himself as The Witcher. As I've already mentioned, fans weren't crazy about this news, as Cavill looks more sweet than manly. We also already know who will portray Ciri. It is Freya Allan, a 17-year-old actress, which brings certain thoughts to mind. As you remember, at the beginning of the story, Ciri is only 12, so the show will most likely start later in time. Witcher Hissrich was planning on casting an African-American girl, but that outraged the fans, as the story takes place in Eastern Europe. The person playing Geralt's love, Yennefer, was also revealed. She'll be portrayed by Anya Chalotra. The choice of this actress didn't excite the fans much either, as in the story she's a 100-year-old witch who looks like she is 30, while Anya Chalotra is a 23-year-old girl. I hope her acting skills are enough to embody the role of the experienced Yennefer. What is going to happen? It's not quite clear which books Hissrich has adapted for the series or where the action will begin, but a brief synopsis from Netflix clarifies that it will likely be predominantly a three-hander, as Geralt, Cavill, Ciri, Allen, and an as-yet-unnamed sorceress take on a monstrous world. Perhaps Yennefer? Or Triss? Or someone else? I'm leaning towards Yennefer, as it was her promo picture that was presented along with the promo of Geralt and Ciri. For those who aren't familiar with the Witcher books or computer games, the story takes place in a fantasy realm called the Continent, where human settlers have subjugated the native elves, dwarves, and gnomes. The continent's southern half is ruled by the Nilfgaard Empire, which is in a constant state of war with the northern kingdoms. Witchers like Geralt are superhumanly powerful hunters, known for their ability to track down and kill rare, dangerous creatures. The main books in the saga are about Geralt, his crush Yennefer, and their adopted daughter Ciri. Ciri's powerful magical potential makes her a person of great interest as a new war starts. Where is the Netflix series filmed? Of course, it's in Eastern Europe. As if any other part of the world could fit the setting. We'll be shooting in Eastern Europe. Yes, tweeted Hissrich. This show couldn't exist anyplace else. Period. Budapest is at least one of the locations. That's where filming has started. The fans still fear that the showrunners wouldn't be able to fit into the book's specific style, but Netflix allayed these fears, claiming the project would be made in a totally Slavic style, which will be rather exotic for the Western audience. Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich has also stated that they are going to show the cruelty of the Witcher's world, and that means bloody and naked scenes, which leads me to the thought that Netflix really wants to create their own Game of Thrones, just like Amazon with their Lord of the Rings. Do you think The Witcher will be able to repeat the success of the Game of Thrones? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to our channel to find out more hidden details about your favorite movies. And stay awesome!